Welcome back to Yoshi Entertainment, everybody. So everybody remembers, unfortunately, just last week that Dubai experienced an ungodly and uncanny amount of rain in a very short period of time that caused some unbelievable flooding. Cars were almost underwater. The subways were flooded. There were whole airplanes that were getting carried away by the floodwaters. There were people taking videos of the lightning strikes outside of their houses, their establishments, as you can see here. The flooding had even gotten so bad in some areas of Dubai where it was almost coming into people's cars, like this video, as you can see. And, there still were people who had places to go, family to get to, people to help. The floodwaters, they couldn't allow that to stop them. And the advice that I can give to anybody in this particular situation is that when you are driving, do not hit the gas. Do not stop. Do not slow down. Once you start driving, do not stop. The best thing you can do is to keep going at a steady pace. Like I said, if you stop, if you try to speed up, anything can happen and you might end up getting stuck. Now, of course, even when you get through this, your car is probably going to be damaged. Like these people probably experience some car problems after this. But like I said, there are emergencies that happen. Some people have to get from one point to another for safety reasons, for evacuation reasons. So that's why people still try to go out in their car. Now, if it can be avoided, of course, you want to avoid that because you're putting yourself in danger. There are people who have literally drowned trying to get through floodwaters when they really should have just stayed put and stayed in place. And there's this one video that went viral of this man who was basically canoeing down the street in the floodwaters, risking his life to save this cat that was clinging to somebody's car door for dear life. So thank God for the people who still think about the animals and the pets that, unlike us, don't exactly have, an evacuation plan that we can implement in the event of random, very adverse weather conditions. Of course, they have, the sixth sense that God gave to them. Although in these situations, people forget about the pets. They forget about the animals. So like I said, thank God there are people out there that still actually care enough to, be considerate and help. Now, people were asking, okay, what was going on? Why did this happen all of a sudden? And people were bringing up the fact that in Dubai, they do have this thing called cloud seeding. Now, cloud seeding is basically where they shoot certain, I call them chemicals, but they claim that they're like natural salts into the clouds to basically force them to produce rain. That's the best way that I can describe it, explain it. Basically, because the reason that they use as to why they do this in this area is because in certain areas of Dubai, they don't experience the rain that they need for these, hot temperatures, these kind of climates. And I do understand that sometimes certain individuals in certain places are depending on those rainfalls. But to resort to something as unnatural as cloud seeding is not the answer. There has to be another solution. Now, they claim that this absolute adverse weather chaos did not happen as a result of cloud seeding. But I think I speak for most people when I say that we don't believe that. They really tried to chalk this up to everything that they could. Y'all, like half of a foot of rain fell in 24 hours? This was more rain allegedly that fell in that area of Dubai than had fallen since 1949. Allegedly, the officials and the alleged people who are responsible for the cloud seeding claim that it was due to global warming. Now, I do understand that, yes, we are doing some goofy stuff to mess up our atmosphere and our environment with some of the chemicals that we put out. But we can't just chalk everything up to global warming. We just can't do that. Once again, let me put this in perspective. The area that they were using the cloud seeding methods in was the same area, allegedly, where this chaos took place. I done already said before on this channel, I don't believe in coincidences. So me personally, I'll say allegedly, my opinion, cloud seeding, they're out there trying to play God, trying to force rain in areas where it does not naturally rain a lot. Like I said, I understand that they depend on the rainfall in certain areas, but there needs to be another way that they choose to do this, because trying to play God with the weather is a very dangerous thing, and it will result in some very detrimental consequences. Y'all, there were people who lost their lives in the middle of all this going on, when the storming and flooding was going on. So once again, imagine and put into perspective people trying to chalk it up to global warming when they're out here doing things that they should not be doing, trying to override nature and trying to override God, all because of their pride in wanting to be God, trying and doing everything apart from what's natural, what's right. And once again, I would really hate for this all to have happened to these people, people's businesses destroyed, their lives obstructed, all this going on, people's lives just completely ruined by all of this because once again, they were out here doing stuff they had no business doing. Let's all think about that before we're real quick to believe whatever is put out in the media. Also, on the note of me not believing in coincidences, isn't it real funny how the same place that all this happened, and I'm not talking about funny in a ha-ha funny way, I'm talking about funny in an uncanny and disturbing way. All of this weather chaos, if you will, happening in the same place, Dubai, where those alleged parties with the alleged models takes place allegedly. Y'all let me know what y'all think and how y'all feel about all of that down in the comments below respectfully. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Y'all all have a very blessed, beautiful, and safe day.